10 Things You Missed in Kendrick Lamar, SZA, All the Stars. Kendrick fans were ecstatic as Lamar and SZA released the music video for All the Stars on Tuesday, February 6th. The collaborative hit track for the Black Panther soundtrack features a full Hollywood treatment, taking inspiration from the upcoming Marvel superhero film. Directed by David Myers, The Little Homies, the cinematic visual depicts Kendrick in a boat surfing atop a gargantuan crowd of people, while SZA dances among the galaxies. All the Stars is a piece from the upcoming track for Marvel's Black Panther, which was created by Kendrick. It's set to feature 5 songs in total by Kendrick, as well as collaborations by James Blake, Vince Staples, and more. The official album arrives February 9th. While we eagerly wait for the release of the full soundtrack, we have some great music to tide us over until then. However, there are a lot of things you probably all missed while listening to and watching Kendrick's new song. So in this video, we are going to cover the 10 things you missed in All the Stars by Kendrick Lamar featuring SZA. Be sure to watch this video all the way through, as you're not gonna want to miss out on anything we have for you today. Also, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to never miss a single upload. With that being said, let's jump right into this list. Number 10. Before we get into the actual lyrics of the song, we have some important background information about Kendrick and his involvement with the project. As you all are aware, Kendrick Lamar has taken a role to star in the soundtrack of the Marvel movie Black Panther. In a press release earlier on during the day of release, Kendrick announced his involvement with the soundtrack when he stated, "Marvel Studios' Black Panther is amazing, from its cast to its director. The magnitude of this film showcases a great marriage of art and culture. I'm truly honored to contribute my knowledge of producing sound and writing music alongside Ryan and Marvel's vision." Some more important information to take note of is that All the Stars is going to be the lead single from the Marvel soundtrack, so this song is most likely going to be the overall theme song of the movie itself. There have been rumored to be over 14 tracks added to the album that is set to release on the 9th. The official Black Panther movie is releasing on the 16th, so for those sneak peek lovers, Kendrick's new album will be dropping before the movie. But for those who like surprises, well, you're just gonna have to wait and watch the movie. Also, the music video is supposed to be a hint at what it's to come in the real movie. Overall, I'm not sure if I'm more excited about the Black Panther movie or Kendrick's album. What about you? Number 9. Next up, a lot of people didn't know this. Believe it or not, the All the Stars song was actually changed and lyrics were switched up after release. While the music video dropped just a few days ago, the official song has been out for a while. However, when the video was put out, many fans noticed that the ending was a bit different. Well, you're correct. The song was updated on February 2nd on Apple Music with lyric changes in SZA's verse. You can view the original lyrics online, and it's still currently available to hear on YouTube, Spotify, and everywhere else. While we're not 100% sure as to why the lyrics were changed, we think this may have to do with something related to the movie. As many know, Kendrick is not one to switch up his lyrics often. Kendrick has stated multiple times that he spends days, weeks, months just working on his words for his songs. But what caused this sudden change? Personally, I think it has to do with Marvel and their thoughts on what was originally sung. Maybe it didn't have a good relation to the movie, maybe it gave something away that Marvel didn't want fans to know. Who knows? But it's definitely interesting to take note of. Honestly, let us know down below what you think about the lyrical change. Why do you think that Kendrick and SZA decided to change up the entire ending of the song? It's definitely something to talk about. Number 8. We move on. We have some information regarding the very first few lines of the song, which is labeled as Kendrick's pre-chorus. In this verse, Kendrick sings, "Love. Let's talk about love. Is it anything and everything you hope for? Or do the feeling haunt you? I know the feeling haunt you. Love. Does that word ring a bell? If so, you're not crazy, because Kendrick is, in fact, referring to another album of his. Pre-chorus recalls Kendrick's 2017 song, Love, where he raps about the struggle of relationships and how he'll always be there for his love, but questions whether she'll be there for him. Kendrick is in a long-term relationship with a high school sweetheart and fiance, Whitney Alford, whom he describes as his best friend. In a 2015 interview with Billboard, "I wouldn't even call her my girl. That's my best friend. I don't even like the term that society has put in the world as far as being a companion. She's somebody I can tell my fears to." Kendrick is known for singing about love frequently in his music, but what fans are starting to think is that he may be promoting himself in this line. As we know, Love was definitely one of his hit songs off his 2017 album, and with All the Stars being the main song in the Black Panther movie, this is perfect for Kendrick to promote. Not to mention, he starts off the entire song with the word love. While it may seem to be based on Kendrick's feelings, as he does sing about love a lot, it could mean to promote his older music for the Marvel fans who may not know of him. Either way, Kendrick is a smart guy, and I'm not sure what he's trying to do here. Number 7. Coming up next, we have some things you missed in SZA's chorus of the song. Coming up right after Kendrick's opening verse, SZA sings, "This may be the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer, all the stars stars are closer, all the stars are closer. SZA's chorus invokes the feeling of reaching for the stars to achieve your dreams or chase success. The chorus also contains thematic connections to the Black Panther comic book lore. Stars are often symbolic of the past spirits or supernatural beings watching over us. The Black Panther can communicate with all previous Black Panther spirits to touch on their knowledge and expertise. It's kind of like the Avatar. Only the current Black Panther can do this, bringing him closer to his ancestors and their wisdom. As part of him gaining the role of the Black Panther, T'Challa, the Black Panther's real identity, is required to meet Bast, the Panther God. During T'Challa's quest, Bast appears to Black Panther in his dreams. So, is this what SZA's talking about as she refers to dreams in this song? Note that at the time of the song's release, fans have already speculated about this encounter based on scenes featured in the film's official trailer. However, if you're not really a Marvel fan or just happen to miss out on what SZA was saying, there you go. Number 6. Verse number 2. Moving on with our list, we cover the second verse by SZA, which stated as earlier contains the change up in lyrics. On February 2nd, the song was updated on Apple Music with all but the first 2 lines in SZA's verse. Some drastic changes were made, so let's cover the changes we hear. In the original lyrics, SZA sings, "No control, no on-off switch," which is replaced by "got no endgame, got no reason." These 2 lines have similar meaning and most likely were changed for more attractiveness to the overall song. SZA then sings in the original lyrics, "And the way you got bringing me down," which is replaced by "got to say down, it's the way you make me feel." We see a big change here as it means to state that someone is bringing SZA or Black Panther down in the movie. She then sings in the OG lyrics, "It's a turn on, get it away from me. No, you mean wrong, keep away from me. It's all wrong, get it away from me." Yeah. This was replaced with, "Like nobody ever loved me like you do. You do. You kind of feel like you're trying to get away from me." Perhaps the most noticeable thing in the lyrics, the lines we just covered, actually have very important meaning. SZA changes from wanting someone to keep away from feeling that someone wants to keep away from her. Definitely important to note that we have to wait until the release of the movie to understand what she's saying here, but I think it could be a lead to an Easter egg hidden inside the movie's meaning. Overall, it's definitely important to note that the lyrics were changed so much later on, especially since it's right before the video dropped, which could lead to some hidden messages. Number 5. Moving on here. In the same verse, SZA opens up with the line, "Skin covered in ego." Note that she sings the same thing in both the original and after the edited lyrics. So this line is definitely one that has meaning to it. As many of you know, an ego is a sense of self or the way you portray yourself. A big ego is one who believes that they are the best. However, having your skin covered in ego may have a double meaning, like a double entendre. SZA likens her ego, or a sense of self, to the indestructible metal vibranium, Wakanda's greatest natural asset, which renders Black Panther nearly impervious to physical attacks. So basically, the Black Panther in the Marvel movie is covered in black, which is supposed to be like an ego which is indestructible. Black Panther wears an unbreakable suit, which is one of his most important key to survival in the movie. The suit, like SZA's ego, big and strong. I like it that SZA was able to open up and state that she is confident and has an ego. I mean, if I were famous like her, I would definitely have a big ego. We often see artists these days making references to real life matters by means of metaphors in their lyrics, and that's exactly what SZA did here. Except what's cool is that it also hints at the movie itself. Number 4. Next up, we have some things you missed in Kendrick's first verse of the song. Kendrick sings, "Tell me what you're gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me." The truth is a reference to the word of God, as seen in John 14:6. Jesus answered, "I am the way, and the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." Kendrick Lamar grew up in the notorious streets of Compton, where gang confrontation was almost inevitable. On the second verse of Fear, Kendrick rapped about his fear of being in trouble at 17. Once again, we see Kendrick referencing a theme from one of his older songs, which could be means to promote himself. Either way, Kendrick likes to talk about similar themes in all of his songs in order to let his listeners know where he's from. This could be what Kendrick is doing here. Having survived the harsh conditions in his childhood, Kendrick proclaims that he currently does not fear conflict, and that he believes that only God's teachings will lead the way. Do you know the way? In the comics, Black Panther is the sworn king and defender of Wakanda. Vibranium is the nation's top resource and is virtually indestructible. But even these victories and seeming invulnerability can't buy peace or the truth. Kendrick uses this as a way to say that the truth comes from inside and knowledge of oneself, rather than from any sort of external strength. Number 3. Moving on with Kendrick's verse, he sings, "I recognize your false confidence and I calculated promises, all in your conversations." Kendrick is actually talking about 2 things here in these 2 lines. First, calling back, real recognize real, and deploying the real v fake dichotomy, often used by MCs. Also in keeping with the theme of the verse, he knows that people want something from him even though they may pretend not to. Second, as far as the comic goes, T'Challa, Black Panther, is the master technician and strategist in the Marvel Universe. An effective king is able to anticipate moves and know the motivations and calculations of his enemies. It's cool that Kendrick is not only referring to his personal life as a musician, but also making sure to contribute the overall theme of the song, which relates to the Black Panther movie. Kendrick is a man who knows the fake versus real people in the world, and having grown up in such poor conditions, this relates to him. But not only do these lines relate to his life, but also the movie. Next up, in the same verse, Kendrick sings, "I hate people that feel entitled. Look at me crazy cause I ain't invite you. Oh, you important? You the moral to the story? You endorsing?" The moral of the story is something to take note of here, as we all know that the movies and stories have morals to them. However, Kendrick isn't only talking about Black Panther here. Kendrick feels that due to his fame, people feel entitled to his friendship, but he feels that they are important enough to roll with him, even if he doesn't like them and doesn't want them at his parties. Kendrick feels that the only person who is important is one who is the moral to the story, meaning he or she has a solution to the problem. From the lens of the Marvel Universe, Black Panther is still a relatively new hero. Introduced in the Captain America Civil War, he has not yet had a major part in saving the world. This is all about the change, as it's up to him to face off with the evil Killmonger, and therefore prove himself to the rest of the Avengers. Also, Kendrick could be referring to what the moral of the story of Black Panther is, and this could actually mean that Black Panther's overall meaning is that people feel entitled to everything, even if they don't deserve it. Number 1. And last up, our final secret of the day comes from the meaning of the music video itself. Many people have been asking what the music video actually means. While people think that it should relate to the Black Panther movie, it's actually supposed to represent the meaning of African American pride. Kendrick grew up in harsh conditions where he wasn't treated fairly, and this music video is supposed to represent how he feels about this topic. We see changing themes and cinematic in the video, but overall, it leads down to the meaning of being African American. Thank you for watching till the end. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys later in the next King Trending video. Peace.
Also guys, just another reminder to enter the iPhone X giveaway we have going on. All you guys need to do is subscribe, turn on post notifications, drop a like and comment down below. That's all for today's video guys. We'll see you right back here on King Trending on the next video.